What's one thing you would never pay the cheaper option for? Trash bags. Once you have one rip on you, you'll never want to cheap out again. Work boots. I spend 50+ hours a week in muddy, uneven terrain and must have dry, comfortable feet. Safety equipment. Desk chair. Got a good ergonomic breathable one. It's an absolute game changer. The cheap ones that try to be massive director chairs with all that padding that ends up flattening after a year are not worth it, and as it degrades progressively you don't really notice until you get a good one. A bed. You spend 1/3 of your life sleeping, and without a good night's rest, the day is pretty much shit. The average mattress is good for around 10 years, so when you break down the cost over that length of time, it's always worth spending more up front. Parachute. What's one non-sex related thing every guy wants to do? Digging a deep hole on the beach. Throw big rocks off high things. Years ago when I still hiked, I was at a cliff high up and I had the sudden urge to take a piss off the cliff. It was easily top 5 pisses I've taken. Probably to have someone to talk to, kinda like most people. We all want a secret passageway from one part of our house to another part of our house. Throw a balled up piece of paper as far as possible into the smallest possible container and have it go in first try. With witnesses. Enjoy some peace and goddamn quiet. Girlfriend come ask what I'm doing sitting on the back porch. Not a damned thing. Be financially stable. In this economy? Push the plunger down to set off explosives for demolishing a building. Go through green lights all the way home from work. What is your most unused feature on your phone? Bixby. Fucking Bixby. What? Bixby is my most used feature. I mean, never on purpose, it just happens to get pressed all the fucking time. Goddammit, why did they add a dedicated button? Any type of voice command. Apple Store. I have never opened that app. I don't even know what it does. It's not the App Store, that's a different app. Anything that's in my utilities folder. Measure, stocks, compass. The only one I use from there is calculator, and also voice memos in important situations, which is rare. How would I know? Seriously, phones have so many features now that everyone's least used is likely something they don't even know it has. The ringer. I've been on silent for at least 9 years. For people who grew up with little money, what always felt like a luxury? I am from a small island in the Pacific. While I mostly still take cold showers, I have always felt that a hot shower is the finest luxury one can experience. I had my first hot shower when I was 22 years old and I can never forget it. Grew up poor, and when I was a kid I used to think you were rich if you had a dishwasher and a millionaire if you had one of those refrigerators that have a button for ice. McDonald's was also a luxury, a couple times a year on our birthdays. Summer camp, or basically any school trips that had to be paid for. At my school, the kids who couldn't afford to go on trips that happened during school hours still had to come to the school. We just sat in a room and did extra work like it was detention. Going out for pizza was a big deal. Those free mini pizzas for reading books were huge. A meal out in a restaurant, not even a fancy one. What did you purchase as an adult because you could never have it as a child? A metal detector. I always wanted one as a kid, but my dad said I'd use it a handful of times, then it would sit and collect dust forever. I bought myself one, and it turns out that my dad was right. Ice cream cake. My sister was a spring baby. She got ice cream cakes. I never got ice cream cakes because it's hot for my birthday and my mother said they'd melt too quick. Now I get my own damn ice cream cakes. I don't care if they melt. The gigantic pack of Crayola crayons. Just took me 65 years. And I love them. Expensive Lego sets.